Hey everyone, so this is the tutorial that I am going to be showing you, and I know it looks like a whole lot of stuff, and that's because I've been collecting for a while. So I'm going to go through some supplies that you'll need, paintbrushes, or paint, things to get in order to make certain types of rocks, which are whatever you're trying to do. Um, up and I'm pretty organized, as you can see. So let's start. All right, first thing is, this is an absolutely awesome book. I'm going to tell you the name and how to find this book, as well as any kind of supplies that I use in the comments below. This book right here is so cool because it goes through, and any kind of design, any kind of rock that you want to do, it will tell you what supplies that you will need to do that specific look, that specific rock that you want to do. So for instance, like here, if you want to do puffy paint rocks, I've never done this before, but it'll tell you puffy paint, what it is, what the paints to buy, step by step exactly how to do it, some designs that you can make, and what you'll need. Let's see, there's some more right here. This is really cool. These are metallics. I want these. These look awesome. I got some pens. I'm not quite sure the pens are going to be this pretty, but we'll see. And let's see. We got some alcohol, paint, a whole bunch of different designs. This right here, you see how they do the black lines? Line work is very, very important. You will see the difference. In order to get this detailed, this fine line of artwork, you need these pens right here. They come in different colors and they are very expensive. I will send you, show you the link of where I'm getting mine from and the cheapest that I was able to find. Again, if you want to get something is that detailed, your writing will look good. So this gives you an example. Let me give you an example of what it would look like since I use just a regular black marker on this one. I not use this fine line, and see how thick my lines came out with a regular marker compared to that. So that's why, I mean, when I talk about certain ones, you need certain things in order to make those kind of designs. If you don't have the right implements, you're not going to be able to do these certain designs. And we are working on rocks, so these are a small platform to work on, and so you need small tools. So, like I said, I mean, it teaches you pretty much like a step-by-step on what to do and how to do it, and what things you will need to be able to do each rock. So, metallic markers, I did buy some. I will show you which ones I bought and what it will look like. Again, if you're going to do things like this, I mean, you're going to need fine markers, very, very fine pointed tips, and stencils as well. Some more. Again, here's the marker. This is how you're going to be able to get the black lines. All these fine lines is coming from this pen right here. And this pen is not only as expensive, but it really does work. When you press down, you need a very light touch. It's got a fine point at the very tip of it that will crush, break, and get messed up quickly. So once you paint your rock, always remember, no matter what, always make sure that your paint is dried before you try and put a pen over it, another color, anything. You always make sure that each layer is dried completely. So here's some others. Look how beautiful that one is. All different kinds of ways. These are my little rock people. These are called rock people. I call them, I name them Rockefellers. Here is one that I'm doing right here. Starting him, I just glued him yesterday, or her yesterday. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Peel it off. And, oh, this is the glue right here that you're going to need. I like the little ones. They come in all different sizes. This is the glue that you're going to need if you want to put any kind of like gems. And as you can see, I mean, this is the E6000. Literally will hold anything together. This is like the strongest glue. So, as you can see, it's dried on here. So hold on, let me get this off. I'll be right back. Okay, got my little guy off, and as you can see here, got some, just like when I glued the two rocks together, it left some glue here. So I'm just going to take these scissors and kind of snip it right off. Okay, so that's pretty much what it looks like. And he or she will be ready to decorate later today. So this is something that I love, the rock people, Rockefellers, that's what I named them, in the house. These are really easy to do. And, oh, also, you're going to need some really good art pencils. So, and this is the ones that I got. Again, I'll leave links, pictures, everything, where I got it, what they're called, all that in the comments. Anytime that you do a drawing, anything you do, you always want to draw it out in pencil. Here's my eraser right here. And when you erase, making sure that you're not erasing like on a dirty end like this, making sure it's clean. Because if I erase, then I'm going to get like my rock all black and nasty. So you always want to make sure that you erase on a clean side, clean eraser. So always draw out, get a good pencil. That's important. So this right here, it is very difficult, I think it is, because you're trying to make it look like a galaxy. And this is really, it's fun, and it doesn't require, if you're not a good drawer, if this is something that you can do and you create, and it's pretty neat. So here's the thing, how to do it. Tells you the supplies that you're going to need. I personally don't use a toothbrush. I'll show you what I use and how to do it. You're going to need these things right here. They blot the rock, and I'll show you how to do a moon rock, like that. Some more. Bracey does them really good. So here's like my attempt. And I'll teach you on how to do the stars. Again, they do a toothbrush. I don't like toothbrush. I use that and I get the paint all on my face everywhere. These were sprayed after you do your rocks and after they dry. That's the most important thing. After they dry, you want to spray them down with a sealer. And we'll talk about the sealers afterwards. Not necessarily saying it's like a moon rock, but there are some splatters and of stars on that one. So as you can see, these are like my version of moon rocks. And again, another tutorial is when I'll tell you how to do all this, get down to the nitty-gritty. Right now, this one is just going to be talking about the supplies that you're going to need to get started to do all of these. Okay, so moving on. Key thing here is being organized. you're going to end up spending a lot of money throughout the years on art supplies, and you're going to want to get organized. This cart costs me $30. It's perfect. You can find it Michael's Craft Store. I'll send you some links on the comments so you can get one of yourself. I mean, it pulls out. It's pretty cool. You can put all your supplies in. As you can see, I pack it full. And then on top, it's pretty cool because this is what I call the drying platform. So I dry my rocks here and store some things, my paints, extra things that you want to use, whatever you want to do. And then I put all my paint down at the bottom here. And then, of course, I have other storage and then other storage. And I lucked out by getting most of all of these brushes from a yard sale, believe it or not. And I left the price tag. As you can see, I picked it for $5. I couldn't believe it. Now, of course, I had bought a lot of these brushes myself. The ones with the caps I just bought. Like, these are all new ones right in here. Like the ones with the caps on them. That's new. So, but a lot of these were bought at a yard sale from an artist, and she didn't need them anymore, and so I got a lot of brushes. Some of these, you know, are good for other art projects that I do, but not so much for the rocks, because I mean we need little tiny microscopic brushes. So I'll again leave a link to my brushes and where I got them. And the best ones to get are for nail brushes, nail art, because they're going to be that small. And here's another one so you can see exactly how tiny, because you're working with really small. So it really wouldn't make any sense. Like, okay, here we go, here's a nice big brush. Like, you're going to be all over the place. This would be good for painting the entire rock, but to get fine lines and things like that, you need a good pen, which unfortunately I do not have one. I end up getting one of those expensive pens. I have some on order, but I ruined mine. It's gone. Also, anytime that you use any kind, these are all paint pens, Sharpies, metallic pens, anything like this. As soon as you are done using it, even for a split second, you put that cap right back on, because they will dry out in a heartbeat, and then your like expensive marker that you just paid $8 for one marker is all dried up and gone. So you don't want that to happen. So for me, for my black lines, they're nice and chunky like this because I'm waiting for my mine to come in the mail. And my line, I call them like thin, ultra thin line markers. But again, I'll leave that below because they are pretty expensive, but they are really something that you're going to need. So again, I'm going to send you some links below from on Amazon. I shop a lot. I can even show you my Amazon wish list, if you would like to say, so that you can look through it to see what I'm buying, what I purchased, what I'm looking for, so that you can put these on your cart and might want to try them out. So these, like this is, I'm going to give you an example in just a minute on what these markers will do, what it will look like, and how we get started. We are back. Okay, so hopefully this will not fall apart. It just did. Whoops. My next act. I wanted to do metallic. You kind of see how I like put a little bit on here. But that's just metallic. I always like to have a notebook of this plain paper so that you can try out the brush. And here, let's see how thin the tip I can get it. But as you can see, there's like a nice thick, chunky line. I don't really see a lot of metallic in that. You guys see like metallic in that? I don't know. I don't really see it. I always like to go on Amazon and search around. Oh, these are very important also. Any kind of paint marker that you're not taking the marker to it. That's the paint side of it. The more important you shake all that up to get them started. Kind of blot a little bit. So as you can see, this is definitely more precise. Get in there and compare. This is metallic for sure. I like this because you like the lot there. That is pretty metallic looking. To kind of see it in person, but it's definitely metallic compared to the other. Pen. I know it's kind of hard to tell. Let's go ahead and give you a good example. I don't necessarily, even when they say metallic, I don't think they are. And realistically, they look like these are what I would like to call like to try them out. I will leave the link below and my opinion of them, which I'm not too thrilled about them. I don't know, my screen's going so fuzzy, but anyways, okay, so here you go. This is pink, right? Like, look at the cat, pink. What's her color? Like, that don't look no pink to me. So, now go. I mean, I guess for just markers, I guess they're okay. But if I was going to spend the money, I would definitely go Sharpie, an extra fine Sharpie. There's no metallic in there at all. These are called metallic markers. There's no, and it doesn't look like the cap. This is the color it's supposed to be right here. It doesn't look like it at all. So, yeah, I don't like it. And it's also from these two companies right here. Same exact company right here that makes these. So, don't really care for these too much. We'll lay these aside. Well, the next one, Much lighter. So, and these aren't too bad. These are pretty okay. I mean, for the something that when you press down lightly, you're going to see a nice thick black line. Versus a generic pen that's not a Sharpie, you're going to do the exact same thing and it's going to be like pitchy, like it's not going to be a real thick, it's not going to be like a nice pretty, I should say thin black line. It's going to be pitchy where it's going to be like not consistent. So I would definitely say Sharpie extra fine point in a variety of colors would be good for your outline. And if you can give them dual, that'd be perfect. Thin on one side, extra thin, and normal on the other. That'd be awesome. What I did was I took a mason jar right here, filled up with water. I like mason jars versus like a cup of water. I've used it all. Mason jars are really good because you can hold a lot of water, clean your brushes, and it doesn't tip over very easily at all. So that's what I suggest. I'm gonna different paints here from two different paint companies, and I just want to kind of just show you them both and the brush just to make sure it's clean. Make sure your brush draw clean. Who cares about that? So we're just gonna take this first paint right here. This is I never really liked neon paint. You know, always when you're painting, and I'm just using a paper right now so you can kind of get an idea. And this is going to be something you want to do too, to get an idea. So, the colors is going to be you actually put them in a lot. So that's going to be like first color. And then we're going to do this color. And this is all acrylic paint. Two different companies. This particular one I like a lot, but I like the color. And when I paint this one on, I noticed that it's coming on a lot thicker. It seems like the color goes a long more way. This one's more sheer. This one is full and vibrant color. It doesn't really look like that one. It's like a third and a fourth coat. And back over here again, just like these all up. Okay, so I started them already in here. Let's see. So this one is coming out pretty well. So the first one, it could be because of the neon colors. But as you can see, this one is not neon. It's blue. But as you can see, it's drying really well. And I mean, it's pretty thick in it. Like that might not use like a color on this one. Whatever. Let's go over and show you what a metallic paint will look like. This is a metallic black. I really think that the metallic colors are better in paint form than they are in paint pen. But that's my opinion. Metallic paint pens that I really like a lot. So. So you definitely like, I mean, I can tell like here, like shiny it is, how, I mean, it's really cool. It's a really nice color. You can kind of see it. That's the metallic black. Again, rinse, rinse, rinse. I also don't like glow in the dark either. I've never had any luck. I think their paint is all junk. Moving on. So we're gonna try this one out. This is purple. And when painting, you always want to put just enough on your brush to get started, because less is more. So it doesn't really put that much on here. This one, if your paint does come out kind of like a watery kind of substance, really light and not vibrant, and it might be because your brush is wet and you need to dry it off. It could be because the paint needs to be shook more, or it could be because it's old. I've heard people say they use paint for like 25 years and they'll keep painting with it. Oh, no, I need fresh paint. So, I don't know. I'm not too sure about this one. It could be like an old one, but it just doesn't. It's like blotchy and spotty, and I don't like that. I just feel like it's not a very good paint to use. That one right there, that specific one, it probably is because it's old. Again, I just started getting back into the painting, so a lot of this stuff is from like 2 years ago. Last time I painted, and I just bought some new colors too. These specific ones right here, this one right here, you don't have to shake up this one. And this is a violet. As you can see, some of the colors, it seems like you have to kind of paint a couple different times. It's going to need another coat. But I like the metallics the best. I think they're really cool. And if you don't do metallic, you just do regular. Like this is a metallic rock that I did with the metallic markers that I had, the good ones, not these. These I think I'm gonna return. I don't like any of these. But the ones that we had talked about before from this company right here, this exact same pen that I use to do